Hey guys, my name is Nate and this is my brother Steven. Together we are Wingman Merch.
Thanks for checking out our video. We put these up about a month after we shoot them. If you'd like to catch any of these videos live, check out our Facebook page. The link is in the description.
Into this week, we got finally some more information from Amazon, well, from merch. They kind of trickle those notifications out very infrequently.
Yeah,
so this last one was about the bullet points, which is good because we were kind of talking about bullet points anyway. And a lot of stuff that we are advising people on is kind of for the longer play. I've been selling on Amazon for a long time, so I kind of feel I have a good understanding of what they like and what they don't like. So I kind of already knew if we are going to be teaching bullet points, we should do it in a way that if Amazon does spring something like this on us new, we are not suggesting things that might even cause a problem. Because if we did, and let's say you launched 100 shirts and all these 100 shirts fall now under the Amazon doesn't like that rule, you're going to have to go back. But because we're trying to teach this in a way that I feel Amazon has pushed, even selling on their other platforms, I kind of know, okay, this is what they like, this is what they don't like. And they've kind of already hinted at some of this stuff already. So it was something that we talked about. We did think telling people to order a little bigger was something good to say, but we quickly pulled it out of our bullet points when we found out, like, Amazon doesn't like that. They don't like telling them about the quality of the shirt, made in America. They don't like any of that. So now they've officially come out. I don't have it in front of me, so I can't read it verbatim, but I think Nathaniel has a better understanding of what exactly was in there.
They mentioned a few things in that update, saying things like higher quality, easy returns, 100% risk-free, satisfaction guaranteed, printed, all that stuff. You guys can read the rest of it. It's in your merch dashboard if you want to know everything they said. And like Steven said, just because we have knowledge of the platform that is Amazon, we kind of know that stuff wasn't, Amazon didn't really like it. It was working. It was helping people. Some of the bigger gurus and blogs and things said to put that stuff in there because it was working, not because they were trying to like lead you astray or anything like that. But we kind of knew to stay away from that for a while. So even the old bullet points that we have for free in the resource file in our Facebook group, those don't have anything like that in there, just because we've known for quite a while not to do that stuff. So it's interesting now that they're enforcing it a little bit more. It just kind of shows you how slow they kind of are from like, okay, we don't really like this, to make it an official thing now, like whatever, a year later, where they're like, okay, officially we're taking a stand on this. We don't want these sayings to be in there. And
yeah, I guess that's what we truly do. It's like we gauge the temperature of Amazon because we understand, okay, they're frowning on these things. These are kind of things that we should stay away from because we've seen that come about. Anytime they kind of frown on stuff, they kind of let it linger, and then they lay the hammer down. And then when the hammer comes down, it's not normally friendly. There's a lot of casualties in the mix, so we try to stay away from that. So anytime we start feeling that Amazon's kind of shying away from these kind of things, we steer far away from it because we know the next step is the hammer.
Yeah, and again, you guys can read exactly what the post said in your dashboard. The question regarding premium, we've never really said that. Even on our premium shirts, we don't say that it's a premium shirt because it kind of falls under that same thing. If they don't want you saying high quality, premium is just another way of saying that. So you don't even really want to play it in that gray area. Just kind of stay away from anything that describes the shirt. Just talk about your artwork and why people would want to buy it. And we've got more suggestions and stuff like that coming up for bullet points. But that is something that was released this week, so we want you guys to be aware of that when you are writing your bullet points, just to make sure that you're not having any of those things. Just make sure you're checking your dashboard.
We are constantly changing up our bullet points. We're constantly talking to people that do copy for a profession.
Yeah.
They do it for outside Amazon, and now we've started talking to a lot more people that do it on Amazon. None of them have really messed around with merch, I think just due to everything else that they have going on. But some things that they talk about are very eye-opening, things that we weren't really think about it in that way. So we are constantly playing with our bullet points. The ones that we were using before, we've changed up, and now we're going to kind of change up our system again. So I guess in all that changing, in all that changing, we always like to direct people. But because what we're attempting to do now is so new, it's not something that we are going to be talking about a whole bunch, just because we don't know. It hasn't not been tested. And I guess that's why we like doing stuff like this, so we can talk about what we are about to do, what's kind of been tested and proven. This is why we kind of give advice in a certain way to go, okay, these things at least have been working. Who knows? Amazon might change something up and they don't work, but the stuff that we like to talk about is stuff that has actually worked. We are constantly testing, trying, but the stuff that we are recommending and advising people on are stuff that we have found that works and works consistently, like finding good landing zones, using good keywords, the art, the way that Nathaniel looks at it. These are all things that we have found to work for us, for a lot of other people. So those are the kind of things that we keep talking about.
Yeah, we let you guys kind of know what we're working on, but as far as like suggestions that we're giving you, we just try to make sure that it's like stuff that we've tested and seen proven over time. We don't like to give away a lot of like just information willy-nilly. We like to value you guys' time and what we're telling you guys. The stuff that we tell you we do believe in works and we have tried it. Or we'll say, hey, we haven't tried this. Here's something to think about.
All right, so I want to address the membership group.
Yes.
We are leaving it open to the end of this month, but your offer that you gave, which was Count Health Check, I guess is what you're calling it, is ending tonight. So
Yes.
if you want that, and then I'll have you explain it, you have to sign up for the, what do we call it, charter program?
Yeah, the charter program.
Charter program for the membership group tonight for that account health check. And then I guess I'll have Nathaniel explain exactly what that account health check is.
Yeah, so because we don't always communicate the best on these live shows, I'm just going to say up front, if you guys are interested in the membership group that we have, in the pin post of our Facebook group, there is a card, a little picture that says membership something. I should double check. But it will lead you to a page that tells you kind of all about it, and even a video on that page now that talks about what our membership group is. So if you need any clarification, please go over there. But ending tonight at the strike of midnight is the end of the account health check. We've had a good amount of people sign up, so we're excited to do those. But we are basically going to take a half hour with you and just look over shirts that you have live. It can be a shirt that was selling really well and you're not really sure why it's selling well and you want us to like analyze it, or we can look at 100 shirts that aren't selling well and we can quickly give you ideas of why, or things that we would change to just try in different areas, or better keywords or different type of art, things like that. So that's the offer. That is, if you guys sign up before the 11th, like I said, we have a good amount of people, so we'll be contacting them next week, I believe. I'll have to double check the calendar, sorry. But we will be doing those, so we're excited to get everyone signed up for that. And we're super excited about that because we've seen some just eye-opening moments for people come out of just that, like looking at your exact listings with you and telling you what we think. So we do think that's a huge value, and we think we can get a lot done in a half hour. So we're excited about that. So if you are at all interested in that and all of the other bonuses that come with signing up for our lifetime membership that's only available for this month, please go check out that card in the Facebook group. I'm going to look up the name of it because that's silly that I don't know the name of it.
You want to just post it in the description also? Or down in the comments?
Yeah, I'll post it. Yeah, I will also post the link to this.
We noticed some people posting about the Wingman approach. We kind of talked about the bullet points tonight, and I guess it's just really what our approach is my 15 years of selling online, Daniel's 10 plus years of doing graphic design, that we have worked with Amazon for probably at least 11 of those years, combined to merch in the last 2 years of just testing and trying a lot of things on merch. That's kind of what the Wingman approach is. So a lot of stuff that we've been talking about in this group already. We have a lot of videos. Sorry that they're not very easily accessible just because it's on Facebook's platform. We are trying to remedy that with using using YouTube until we have our site up and running to where we can just direct people to go, oh, if you want keywords here, if you want landing zones here. It's just a little difficult using Facebook to do that. But our approach is just that. Our many years of experience combined down, tested on a platform. We found success. We've helped probably hundreds of people now at this point have success. And that's what the Wingman approach is. If you want to know just the data side of it, We have shot a video just for that we're calling the Wingman Approach Data Side. I don't remember the exact name of that either.
Yeah, the Wingman Approach, and it is the data side of things. We plan on doing an art one, but just the data one is filmed and ready to go now.
So it's pretty much me and Nathaniel combined. My side of it is all the data. We've been trying to find a good way to teach together, but we are very long-winded in doing certain things. So if you're coming to learn the whole thing and you're trying to listen to both of us, it's very overwhelming. So that's why we've kind of parceled it out, because just the data side, there's a lot going on. You have to know where to put the shirt, the gaps in the market, the keywords, how to cast a wider net, how to test things. And then from the Daniel side, like all the art things that I can't even go into because it's too much for even me to explain or go about. That's why even on the call, I have him on there just to clarify some things, because I'm saying, oh, this shirt looks like this shirt. He has a much better way of saying that instead of just, they look the same, don't worry about them, keep it moving. So that is the Wingman Approach.
It's just something unique that we don't see a lot of people teaching on, and it's something that we found has worked for us, and we know has worked for other people. So when people ask us, what makes us unique in the merch community or whatever, this is kind of it. It's the way that we're doing research, the way that we're looking at landing zones. I think that Steven is one of the smartest people in the community when it comes to like understanding all the data side of stuff. And so I think there's a ton of value in this video that we have for you guys. So I don't know. It's what's been helping us sell so many shirts and be able to get into niches and understand why we're selling in niches and all of that. So it's just a fantastic, it's like an hour and 15 minutes of just like really good training content. So if you're wondering how to find good keywords, how to put your shirts in competitive places, kind of all of that is summarized in this hour and 15 minutes. So I definitely think it's a good investment for your business.
Yeah, I guess another thing that I didn't think about was even when I was doing private label and launching what I thought was a lot, we launched more. First of all, we launched more shirts in a day than I launched private label, period. So just the amount of testing and trying you can do with merch is like on a whole nother level. And I think that's what's helped me with so many other aspects of my business, because when you do start testing stuff, it takes time. But with merch, like you can test so much so rapidly, and then combined with other people and what they're learning, build a really strong foundation of what works and what does not work and why it works and why it doesn't work. And I guess that's what that's why I love working with my brother, especially to be able to bounce a lot of ideas off of him. Because even when he first started selling and he was telling me that the art is what's selling his shirt, and then I took it for face value because I didn't truly know, and then started digging into it, and then was like, I don't think you're right because of this one looks better than this one to me, and this one's not selling. What did we do different here? Just a constant like communication between the two parts of the business, and then being able to now understand a little bit more about art, and if they don't understand a little bit more about keywords, constantly like testing each other. Like, okay, you said this was going to do this, and it's doing this. What's going on here? Anytime there's like an influctuation or a bump or anything, we are able to combine our heads and really think about the process. And I think when you're doing merch, I don't know, it's so difficult to do this by yourself, especially when you hit higher tiers, but there's a lot that you have to learn. It seems very simple, art, keyword, listing, sell shirt, but there's a lot of nuances inside of that. And that's what we are trying to teach in a progressive way. So it's not very overwhelming. We feel like we're doing that, feel like we're getting much better. We just need a way to direct people to get the information that we've been teaching it. Like if you're coming in now, you kind of missed the last 4 or 5 months of teaching. So how do we point you back to that and kind of get you caught up as quick as possible? That's what we're working on. We apologize. It is getting better. Hopefully, I should be asking you guys, is it getting better? The pin post at the top, I think, is amazing. I love that pin post.
Yeah, there's a lot of good value there, and all of our big content, I think, lives there. So that's really good. But I just completely lost my train of thought. Sorry. The Wingman Approach. I'm just going to go straight into my action step. Oh, what I was going to say, like Steven just said, all the content that you kind of missed, like you can go back and watch all of those videos. It's kind of a mess the way that it's organized on Facebook, but a lot of that content is there, but it's just so many hours of content. And it's kind of just like in this video, we kind of mentioned this tip and all those things. So this approach video, the recording, is kind of all that just concised into one place, so you can go watch it there. And that's why we recorded it and we did it this way. So again, that post lives in the pin post in the Facebook group. I posted a link to it already down in the description of this video. But yeah, there's a lot of really good content there, and it's all just concised into that hour 15 minutes. So
refined and boiled down.
Right, and if you're like us and watch things at 2 times speed, then you can get through it in 35 minutes. So that's good. But your guys' action step for this week is to go check out that video. We just think it's such a good learning piece, and if you are struggling with anything, just to go check out the pin post, go look at it, see what it's there. We really do believe in that teaching, and we've seen it help people. That's why we're so passionate about it. And that's what I was going to say. The giveaway that we did, was it 2 weeks ago now? There were so many people in there just like raving about, the over-the-shoulder calls that we're doing, and just that training portion of it to really help you guys wrap your head around what's going on kind of behind the scenes. Steven understands, what is it, A9 or whoever runs Amazon's, search engine and all of that stuff. Like, he explains as well as he can to everyone as quickly as he can kind of what's going on, so you just get a full understanding of, okay, this is why I'm doing things this way, this is why it's constantly changing, this is why it's hard to keep on top of all this stuff. But yeah, there's so much value in that video, so that's why we've kind of harped on it.
Yeah, and I thought it was awesome from the giveaway that the people that got those landing zones, because I've been very hesitant to give away landing zones because there's so much that can make or break those. Finding the gap in the market is just one piece of the puzzle. So I was very cautious to give that away unless people kind of understood what they're doing. But now seeing people in the group have success with that, that is something that a lot of people have been asking me and I've been saying no, but that is something that I might find a fair way to give away those landing zones. So it's not just 50 people get these, like in a way that, okay, if you want 10, how do I know 100 people aren't going to get this? Because before, when I used to buy lists for OA or RA, it was working out good when there were a few people, but then when the numbers grew to hundreds, you had to buy it instantly or get on it instantly, or else they were going to be out of stock. So knowing that, I want to be able to give the landing zones in a way that you're only competing with a few other people that I've given it to, or that nobody else has it. I just have to find a fair way to do that, and then I'll probably figure that out by the end of the month and then come out with something, because I have had a lot of people ask me, I want to buy landing zones. I don't have time to do the research. I feel like I understand. I just don't have time because I have a job or I have children. And we are always trying to give people no excuses, and this is one area that I don't have anything good. But doing the giveaways re-inspired me to go, okay, these people got it. They're having success. They launched it. Sure, 24 hours they're having sales. So I feel much better about giving stuff like that to people. You want to go into questions, brother?
Yeah, sorry, trying to clear some stuff up over on the Facebook world.
You want to ask inside, or I guess we'll just ask here. If anybody has questions, feel free to ask. This is the time that we will be addressing all those questions. We'll try to get to all of them.
If you're here live on Facebook, ask them in the description. If you're on Facebook, you can leave them under the video, or you can be cool and join our Facebook group and catch these live.
I think you said on Facebook twice.
Oh, on YouTube, sorry. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to be cool, come over to Facebook and watch these live. But if you have questions on YouTube, feel free to leave them below the video as well. We'll try and get back to those. But yeah, all right. So we've got some questions this week. Carl asked, hey, everyone, sorry for the newbie question, but what's the best way to fill these fields for SEO? And then he posted a screenshot of just, the merch page where it says title, brand name, title, bullet points, and description. And I'll have you answer this because you're the data man.
Okay. I'm going to shamelessly plug what we just talked about, which is the Wingman way. I think that's, like you said, the most refined piece to give somebody.
Right.
We do have all that broken down into all of our videos. If you want to dig into the file section, especially the video section, and go back and piece all that stuff together, I guess a short way of doing it is to find a place where there is traffic coming in and not a lot of competition, and then try to see what other people are using as far as keywords, and then see if you can cast a wider net using other keywords that maybe your competitors are not thinking about. I don't know if that is a great answer, but that is the through line through all our success is that. That's like the secret sauce to it. Now, how you go about doing that, I mean, how much time do we have? I could talk about that for the rest of the week.
Yeah, and I guess as far as like the bullet points and descriptions go, again, we kind of talked about this earlier in the show, but if you look in the Facebook group under the files section, under resources, at the very bottom of that resources page are those example bullet points. Again, they're a little bit outdated. Feel free to change that stuff up so it works for you, but that's kind of the Mad Lib style that I developed to help people and even VAs who are doing uploads for us for a bit to understand how to do descriptions and things like that. So we're going to try and update those and bring some new, fresh ideas to you guys now that we know way more about bullet points. But yeah, that stuff lives there. So if you want help with that, you can look there or wait. Hopefully this week we'll have something. I don't know. Maybe that might be a bit ambitious to try and get all that stuff done. But again, if it's not done by next Monday, feel free to yell at us and we'll get on top of it even more. All right. Next question is from James. Wondering if any of the crew has a good mock-up for a t-shirt, and if so, where can I get one? This show's going to feel like we're just plugging a bunch of stuff, so sorry, but we just have a ton of stuff going on, so not sorry. But mock-ups is something funny. I had a photographer reach out to me a while ago who sells on merch and just said, hey, I've seen need for mock-ups in the community. I don't really see anyone doing it. Is that something that you'd be able to do like graphically? He could take the pictures and I would do the Photoshop magic, basically. And so I'm working on that with someone. It's a bit of a slow process. There's communication going on, and for him to buy the shirts that we need, take all the pictures and do everything. We're trying to do it as quickly as possible, but you guys know how this stuff goes. It just takes time to make sure everyone's on the same page. We're all, know what's going on. So that is something that I'm working on with someone else. And we will try and get that to you. As far as mockups, that's why we're doing it. We don't know of any good ones out there. I saw some of the links that were posted on the post where James asked this question, and they were for more generic stuff, not necessarily like merch-specific T-shirts. So that's what we want to provide for the community. So that's coming soon-ish, like the website. That's in the same like file as the website. Like, we're not quite sure, but it's moving. There's a lot of moving parts going on with that project, and it's just going to take time to do all the Photoshop stuff. And I don't even have the pictures in hand yet. So, but when that stuff is available, we will be talking about it. So sorry, James, I don't have a great resource to point you to right now, but in future, I will let you know when that is available. And the last question that we have, sorry, not the last question. Milla?
The next question?
Yeah, the next question that I have is Milla, and she said, when is the next paid over-the-shoulder call? And do you want to address this?
I would love to do one of these every month. Amazon is changing a lot of things. The last one we recorded felt the best as far as like teaching, but I guess because we're traveling so much, that's kind of my qualms or problems with it. We normally like to do stuff on Friday. Seems like at least almost all month, this month and next month, Fridays I'm either out of town or I have another meeting set up, so it won't be probably for at least 2 months. I guess, again, to point out one thing I already pointed out, which is that the Wingman way would be the best thing if you wanted an over-the-shoulder call. It will not be the latest and greatest of what Amazon is changing. They have slowed down a little bit. That doesn't mean that tomorrow they're going to change something. What we talked about kind of last week is the same for this week. It should, in theory, be the same because summer is normally a little bit slower on Amazon's side. Time will tell what ultimately happens, but I guess the best answer for that is at least 2 months. So what are we at? June, July, August? August? Hopefully beginning of August. I like to do those kind of in the beginning of the month.
Yeah. Thanks to you guys, and thanks to the merch world being crazy, we have a ton on our schedules for the next 2 months. And while we do love that, we think that this Wingman approach will hopefully answer a lot of those questions. And so we are going to start doing those again, but we just don't know exactly when. So that's why we haven't said anything. Again, we don't like to give you guys dates and then have to cancel and all that stuff. So we want to make sure that we have a date that we can do that, where me and Stephen can both sit down and teach you guys as much as possible in those 2 hours. But unfortunately, it's probably going to be, like Stephen said, like, what month did you say? I don't even want to misquote you. August.
Hopefully the beginning of August.
Yeah. All right.
If we can't do it too late, because then we're going to CES.
Yeah.
A lot of acronyms is in there.
Christy asked, can you do a quick teaching on how to change out some of the words in the art form graphic? And luckily, I did that like 2 weeks ago. So if someone wants to be awesome and find the link real quick while we're live, that'd be fantastic. If not, I will send you the link after the show.
Does any of that stuff live in that pin post?
The quick art video I did does not live in the art or in the pin post, but it was not that long ago.
I guess we're considering those Wednesday videos. I guess I can make a tag for all the Wednesday videos.
Yeah, the Wednesday Wingman training.
That would be the easiest way to compile those. I'm just a little afraid to do that because they're so
many
jumbled. Well, just because like how we were doing it, you were doing it, and then I was doing it, and we're going like art and keyword back and forth. So it's a little.
Yeah. Again, this is why we're trying to move things to YouTube for now, and then the website, so we can like actually have them organized the way we want them. Facebook it's great to have the content live here on Facebook because everyone can easily access it. But it's hard to find the right stuff, so that's why. And don't feel sorry. It's just Facebook being weird. They don't always send you guys notifications. It's hard to keep up with all the groups everyone's in. There's a lot of stuff just everywhere. So we're trying to get more organized by being over on YouTube as well. But hopefully someone will find that link real quick for you, and we'll get that posted. Like I said, if not, I will send that to you directly after the show.
Yeah, we love pushing out content, and we found out very quickly that it's a little difficult on Facebook when we're pumping out that much content to find the stuff. Because even people are asking me, I know you did that keyword video, I know you did that landing zone video, where is that stuff? And I was having a problem finding it. So I was like, oh my gosh, like this is going to be a nightmare for somebody else. Because I can remember, okay, I did that between when Nathaniel did this, and I was out of town here. Okay, it should be in between these videos somewhere. But I can't say, hey, go look between the Merch Monday that we did 2 months ago and video that we shot 3 weeks ago. Like, it's not easy for anybody to do that. So we were trying to do it in the file section, but then that became a mess. We're trying something new with these pin posts, and along with the tags, that's something new that we've gotten access to. So we're trying, from at least now moving forward, to make those a lot more accessible. Now, the old ones, it's a little difficult because we can't directly pull them anymore, and where we were saving them got lost due to a few unfortunate events. But moving forward, hopefully everything will be a lot more organized, so that when people do ask those questions, it'll be very easy for us to tell you, hey, go here in the tools video under keywords. That should be where it's at.
So we're excited about getting more organized. That's something that I think everyone's moving towards, building systems where we can keep all the artwork and keywords and everything organized. So we're just learning how to do it for YouTube or for videos. And we found YouTube to be the best solution for right this second. But as we do, we're always trying to get better and improve. And we already know the next step. It's just we have to build it. Yeah. So, but let's jump into the shout outs. There's some cool stuff going on in the group this week, and we just like to bring light to the people who are doing it and encourage you guys, if you are having success, to post it in the group. It just helps me personally, and I'm sure it helps the other almost 800 people in this group just know that there is success to be had on merch, and so that definitely helps out. So the first person is Randy. He said he has designs on the first page of both Amazon and Etsy, which is awesome. Means he's targeting the keywords really well, and he's having some sales on Amazon now, so we love seeing that. We love knowing that you guys are figuring out how to target your keywords, how to get your shirts on those first pages, and have some success. That is fantastic. So great job, Randy. But just keep putting in the work. Don't get frustrated. It is a long play. You got to figure out a lot of stuff, but it's rewarding when you start getting those shirts that just sell every month for you. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Randy's been in here from, I don't know about the beginning, but he's been in here for a while.
Yeah, he has been in here for quite a while. So
Now
we
seeing
love.
people understand and then finding how to target that makes me feel much better about how I'm teaching. Because especially in the beginning when I was like, I have a lot of information, but I don't know how to get it out to the people to even make sense. I feel like I've gotten a lot better at clarification. Because I think other people pointed out like, okay, you said all these things, but none of those things I could follow. So can you go back to the beginning?
Yeah, no, it's super rewarding just seeing, and giving us confidence. Again, back to the giveaway post where it's just like, people telling us the content that you guys like and that's working for you and the success that you're having. Like, again, that's why we're doing shout outs. So we love seeing the success. It makes us even more energized to just keep teaching, keep giving you guys information. We love that. Christy, who's actually here with us live, said that she's having some sales, which is fantastic. We just love seeing you guys have success with the stuff that we're teaching, and you guys are crediting us with, oh, now I realize, why keywords are so important. Oh, I understand why doing super small detailed art is not the best because, all the things that we talk about. So, again, shout out to Christy. Great job. Thank you for posting that in the group. And then the last person is Anne. She used the landing zones that she won from the giveaway. Again, back to the giveaway. She requested 10 landing zones from us, and she got them. And then she said she had a sale even in 24 hours.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's just, again, to show you guys the power of this landing zone stuff. There's a lot of information that Stephen gives away that it just helps so much to understand everything that's going on, even down to writing your titles and all that stuff. So it is possible to have sales in 24 hours. We do it. Other people are now being able to start doing it. So that's super rewarding to see that stuff.
Yeah, that's something I don't hear anybody else talking about is like how to actually target listings, how to actually get my shirts. You hear a lot of like, oh, you got to use good keywords, but then there's like a trail off. There's no additional information. That's kind of why we started this group, is just to give out better information, usable information, because that's what we are attempting to do, is give stuff away that people can have success with. Because I've said it before, I'm going to continue to say it, we are not here for the year of merch, the flood of people coming in. We want to help people grow businesses so that in 5-10 years, we can be doing even more amazing things. We've consistently had success doing different things. Merch just so happened to align both of me and Nathaniel's skills, and we kind of had a lot of success with it. Now seeing a lot of other people have success, we want to continue to grow with you guys and your business. If you just want to do merch, no problem. Nathaniel's here. I want to teach a lot more than just merch, because there's a lot of information that I'm giving you that's like building a solid foundation. If you learn how to find gaps in the market, put something there that people will buy, that's a skill that you can transfer to anything. It's what helped me when I was doing eBay. It was helped me on Craigslist. It helped me everywhere I go, just understanding where's the traffic coming, what's it looking for, and how do I essentially serve that market. That's, I think, the spirit of being an entrepreneur. I want to give that to everybody in here. And 5-10 years from now, I like to have a very successful group selling a lot more than just merch shirts. I mean, if you want to keep doing shirts, that's fine. We're talking about Etsy in a little bit. Be adding some more things in here to kind of get people more and more success. If your table, I always tell them this, if your table has one leg, you can fall over very easy. You need multiple legs on that table to feel secure and safe.
Yeah. And we see you guys asking for that, especially me. I read all the questions of people getting in. So new people constantly saying like, hey, I'm coming from, RA, OA, all the other ways of making money on Amazon. We just want to add merch to our business. We're interested in that. So we love seeing that stuff, and we want to relate all of this back together. That's kind of how Steven's mind works. He can't just do one thing and focus on it. He's got to get everything working together. So that's definitely our heart and where we're moving towards. We're super excited to start moving that direction with some of the content, because we felt like we've built a pretty solid base for just merch stuff. There's still a ton of merch content that we both want to make, and so that it's not like we're stopping merch or anything like that, but we just want to start relating it to some of the other stuff that we're doing, because that's how our business is working and how we're finding success. So again, we just want to share what we're doing to help you guys out. So to wrap up the show, we're going to be talking about on this Wingman Wednesday video. This week, it's going to be talking about quick tips on bullet points. Again, it just kind of worked out that way, but everything this show was kind of talking about the bullet points and keyword research and all that. So the Wednesday video this week is going to be on bullet points and just some quick tips for you guys. And then the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about, and I'm seeing some questions on Facebook right now on it, It's just the membership group. It is closing at the end of this month. So if you are at all interested in it, please check out the Gumroad link, and that special offer ends tonight of the account health check. So if you guys are interested in us just going over some listings with you guys, definitely let us know, and we'd love to have you over in that paid group. Lots of cool content planned for there that we're excited about. So all those links and everything, most of them are actually now in the description of this show, but all of them are going to live on the pin post, and you can just click through the pictures and see the picture of what you want to know, the description, and then there's usually a link that takes you to whatever it is talking about. So that's all I've got. Anything to add, brother?
No, we are trying to cut these down to a half an hour. Last week, I feel like we did pretty good. This week, landed a little bit long, but we know that a lot of people are pushing out hour-long content, and it's kind of a bear to watch sometimes. We are trying to make these a lot more to the point and helpful, fun, hopefully interactive, and stuff that we have going on. Thank you to everybody for being in here. In the last 2 years, where things have been just difficult and work and business was starting to feel like a grind again, this has really rejuvenated me and given me a lot more energy to continue on doing stuff like this. So I truly love helping people. I really love teaching people. I always enjoy seeing people's success. Feel free to post that stuff. And if you have anything where you say, hey, you guys said the giveaways was coming and you didn't do that, or I didn't understand this, or any complaints about anything that we're doing, your mic is too loud, anything, we're just trying to get better. So any feedback is good feedback for us, positive or negative. So feel free to throw that stuff in the group.
We absolutely love this group. It was kind of a concept that we had for a while to create, a community that we enjoyed. Of we get to do things the way we want to and teach you guys the way that we want to. And luckily, we're so thankful that you guys enjoy the way that we do things, and enjoy, the way that we put out content, the way that me and Steven interact, the kind of community and culture that we've been able to build here. So we're always super thankful. We try to say it as much as possible, just because it's always on our mind. Like, man, it's so awesome that we have all these people that are finding success doing the stuff that we're doing, and we get to teach you guys and hang out with you guys and do stuff with you guys. So we're so thankful for this group.
That's it.
That's it. That's all.
It kind of just died right there. We didn't say.
Sorry. I'm so bad with reading messages on Facebook and trying to keep up with chat and all that stuff. So I have ADD when it comes to getting back to you guys. But yeah.
Well, if you're on YouTube, feel free, come join us in our Facebook group. We love people over there interacting. There's a ton of very smart people in our group that have great insight, even more than we have. So, I mean, some of those people in there have come in from extreme backgrounds. I think even Stephanie coming from the teaching background has helped us out a lot in just the way that we teach, how we're going about teaching, how we're setting things up. So very excited. Next week, we'll probably have her on just to talk about the stuff that we have going on with her, and just any questions that you guys have for her. That way we'll kind of leave it a little more open for questions and answers. But I'm signing off. Thank you guys again. I really do appreciate this group.
See you guys.